Alright, so I'm redoing this recording because I originally lost my shit. Let's jump into it again, and hopefully I won't be so infuriated by this. Bombshell! PayPal bans Infowars after lobbying by George Soros funded group. Payment processor terminates agreement citing hate speech and intolerance. Yes, go build your own platform, they say. Go! If you get banned from Twitter, that's okay. Build your own platform. We won't stop you. Oh, but wait, when you do that, all of a sudden they go after your payment processors. Boy, isn't that funny, you know? Or wait, you have your own website? That's okay. We'll go after your domain registration. Oh boy, isn't that weird, eh? So much for building your own platform, isn't it? Payment processor PayPal has banned Infowars in what repeats nothing less than a political ploy designed to specifically sabotage an influential media outlet just weeks before the midterm elections. Company representatives called Infowars yesterday to confirm that PayPal was terminating its agreement after a comprehensive review of the Infowars site. The company claimed that Infowars violates PayPal's acceptable user policy because it promotes hate and discrimination intolerance against certain communities and religions. No specific examples whatsoever were officially provided to back up that claim, which relies on a newbie's definition of hate, which is so vague that virtually anything could qualify. Imagine my shock. No examples given. Kind of like me being demonetized off YouTube. No examples given. But apparently I have duplications. Really? I duplicate my own work, do I? Got an example for that? But anyway, let's keep going. Off record, Infowars was told of the criticism of Islam and opposing to transgenderism being taught to children in schools were two of the examples of hate. Oh boy, that's all it takes these days. Don't brainwash your children. Oh wait, now that all of a sudden, that's hate. Oh. Anyway, the ban was instituted despite Infowars store containing no political content whatsoever, emphasizing how the decision was a broader attack on the Infowars platform. PayPal representatives say they were giving Infowars 10 days to switch payment processors, after which those services would be terminated. So at the end of the day, which payment processors would you like them to go to? What payment processors will they not be then harassed by offering Infowars their service after this? Is there any payment processor that they can go to? Alex, if you see this, mate, Bitcoin. Just start selling stuff in cryptocurrency. I guarantee you they won't be able to do shit about that. But anyway. The PayPal representative said they were giving... The ban was handed down just weeks after George Soros-funded group Right Wing Watch published an article demanding that PayPal terminate its agreement with Infowars for egregious violations of platform's own terms of service. Can someone sue Right Wing Watch? There must be someone who is willing to take these guys to court and take them to the cleaners for everything they've got, for discrimination, liable, something. Something must be done about Infowars. Right Wing Watch. Right Wing Watch routinely violates copyright by uploading entire sections of other people's videos on YouTube without any pretense to fair use, yet the group's channel has not been deleted. Why aren't people flagging these videos then? I'm not encouraging you to go through and to harass or anything like that. I'm just saying that now, YouTube. But at the end of the day, if someone has a video that they've uploaded that is somebody else's content, that would be against copyright. If it's your video, just flag the video for copyright infringement. You're well within your rights to do that. Right Wing Watch is owned by People for the American Way, which is funded by George Soros and Open Society Initiative. In initiative, the Bezos-owned Washington Post published an article less than 2 weeks ago that served as a dog whistle for PayPal to ban Infowars. Entitled "As Alex Jones Rails Against Big Tech Companies, His Infowars Still Thrives Online," the article bemoaned the fact that despite Alex Jones being banned from every other big tech platform, the censorship had the left intact key element of his money-making machinery, digital storefronts. And that's what this is all about. Them moaning the fact that Alex is still relevant. That regardless of all the censorship and all the times they've gone through and tried to take down Alex Jones, they have failed. He is still just as popular as ever. He is still just as big as he always was. The only difference is that you have made him a free speech martyr, which I would actually say has actually increased his popularity now. Congratulations, you've literally made him into a martyr. But anyway. The article then specifically mentions how Infowars uses PayPal to generate a high rate of sales. This is yet another example of competing media outlets abusing its dominant position to lobby to shut down a smaller media outlet. PayPal banning Infowars is the ultimate culmination of what represents a de facto communist Chinese-style social credit score, where first you are demonetized, then censored, before your basic ability to operate freely in the marketplace is withdrawn. The decision is also blatantly political, given the fact that midterms are now just weeks away. And I tell you now, if you think this is bad, wait until 2020. The crusade to ban Alex Jones and Infowars from a myriad of other platforms was amplified by the Democratic Congress Ted Deutsch, who's a Democrat from Florida, who demanded to know why Facebook and YouTube hadn't banned Jones. Both companies complied with Deutsch's demands within weeks. As Breitbart reported, the mass deplatforming of Jones occurred 1 week after Senator Mark Warner, who's a Democrat from Virginia, maybe, the vice chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, led a charge threatening new regulations of social media companies who cannot stop bad actors from using their platforms. How is he going to do that? They don't have the votes, but anyway. This institutes how lawmakers are colluding with big tech to silence conservative voices. The argument that PayPal, like a plethora of other Silicon Valley giants, that banned Infowars and Alex Jones is just a private company, is wearing increasingly thin. To what degree will conservatives allow themselves to be punished for their political opinions? Will it get to the stage where conservatives are banned from having bank accounts or making credit purchases because of their personal beliefs? This is absolutely chilling. In fact, that is already happening in Europe. Martin Selmer from Project Identity, or Brittany Pettibone's husband, had to go through, and I think he applied at 12 to 14 other banks before he could actually find a bank account that would actually have him because of who he is. 12 to 14 of them just rejected his application to open a bank account. That is insane in itself. But anyway. People like David Husowitz and Robert Spencer have already had their access to their marketplace restricted because of their criticism of Islam. We now understand that questioning and offering a violent and intolerant belief system is all it takes to have your basic rights engaged in commerce withdrawn. PayPal is akin to the public square of transactional commerce. It could legally argue that their decision represents torturous interference in interstate commerce and racketeering. The ban represents nothing less than a politically motivated financial discrimination by giant corporations abusing its monopolistic status to attack the basic right to engage in commerce. PayPal still offers its services to all kinds of unsavory groups and organizations, including groups linked to Palestinian terrorists, mind you, and extremists like Louis Farrakhan. Why aren't they banned? Who decides what constitutes hate? Infowars was also tipped off by sources in DC that payment processors would be the next targeted, with Infowars being the first victim, after which leftists would attempt to bring down the NRA and more mainstream conservative groups. Is anybody else getting very concerned right about now? Just as WikiLeaks' ability to process payments was sabotaged after it angered the deep state, the finance attack on Infowars is being orchestrated by resistance holdovers who are still in government positions. Other prominent conservatives and political groups must realise that while this has been happening to Infowars today, they are next. And I have been saying this for ages now. People that are sitting there saying, oh, this is no big deal, it's just... No, they start with Alex. And then they go through and then they target the small YouTubers like me, for example. There is a reason why I've lost monetization on my channel. And I tell you now, I'm not the only one. A lot of people have been messaging me, contacting me, saying they're in the same situation. So, yeah, you know, you're next. You know, Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, you know, Dave Rubin, you're all going to be next, guys. I'm telling you, this is election meddling right large. I think that's a spelling mistake, but anyway. This is giant corporations taking their orders from deep state and mobs of leftists and then destroying people's livelihoods by restricting their access to the marketplace. This is an echo of how authoritarian regimes throughout history escalate either political adversaries or minority groups by removing their right to engage in commerce. Now, instead of the government taking that role, it's giant monopolistic corporations who are now able to get away with it because conservatives have their heads buried in the sand. Totally agree with, actually. This is why it's imperative that President Trump passes an executive order that offers protection for conservatives whose rights are being violated by a regular basis by big tech monopolies. With PayPal now buying up global credit card payment processors, didn't even know about that, that is frigging scary, Trump must securely look at blocking such activity under antitrust laws. This is set off a horrific domino effect that a lawful precedent will have free speech and freedom of commerce. PayPal must reconsider this atrocious decision. Infowars is currently considering all legal options in response to PayPal's announcement. Please support Infowars by purchasing their products while you still can. Subscribe to the podcast or directly donate. Okay, so look, at the end of the day, what's my takeaway on all this very quickly? This is absolutely scary. Anybody that cheers this on, you really are delusional. If you don't think they're going to be going after Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan, Dave Rubin, Six Hexenhammer, Sargon of Akkad, these guys are all going to be done sooner or later. This is not going to just stop with Alex. Okay? They are going to go through and they're going to systematically remove Trump's supporters or people that are anti-establishment more than anything sooner or later, and they're just going to keep going through and picking everybody off one by one. And at the end of the day, if you don't stand and fight now, there won't be anybody left to fight with you. And I really wish people that would sit there and go free speech and put up great big protests and great big marches for freedom of speech would actually do something when other people are targeted. It seems to me that people only care about free speech when it's them that are being targeted. And Alex, look, you're just as guilty as this too. You only cared about freedom of speech when they came for you. I was ringing the alarm bells weeks, months before. You know, how many people spoke up about the altright.com being taken down? I think I was the only one who actually made a video about it. I don't like their views, I don't support their views, but at the end of the day, I was ringing the alarm bell back then. How many other people were? None! I didn't see another person, or maybe one or other person doing a video on it. But no, oh no, now we're all wanting free speech now that everybody's affected. Congratulations. But anyway, I suppose better late than never. But yeah, absolutely, it's insane. Absolutely ridiculous. This needs to stop. This is absolutely insane. If someone, for example, Martin Silmer, cannot open a bank account because at the end of the day, he's not spouting the right personal opinions, that is very, very 1984 Llewellyn. That is scary stuff. And at the end of the day, something needs to give. But, I don't know. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think they're going to stop with Infowars? Do you think they will move on to other payment processors? Do you think they'll go through and target other people as well? What can we do to stop this? I'm open to suggestions. Start putting suggestions in the box in the comment section below. Let's see if we can come up with a way to stop this once and for all. Apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. A big shout out to Satellite of Discontent, my mate who actually sent me this link. I have actually put a section in the Discord now where you can actually submit stories, so I'll go through and do that if you have any. But apart from that, I'll see you guys in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.